everyone, it's Mary Beth from MBGray Designs. Welcome back to my channel. Today I got a couple projects for you that I'm excited to do. First, we've got this cute little, I think it's a pig, a pig jar. And then we've got this jar. But what we're going to do is for the pig, I'm debating on using either the 8mm. This is like a little bit darker pink. They're beads, they're pearl beads with no holes in them. Or this is a lighter pink and it's 6mm. But I think I'm going to go with the 8mm ones. And that's what we're going to put in our resin to fill our little piggy up. I think it's going to be cute. And then, along the same lines, for our jar, I've got, these are 8mm. It's called a mermaid pink. Look at the color. Isn't it pretty? And I thought that would make such a pretty jar. Really pretty jar for any little girl, for any girl, anybody. I don't know, anybody who loves the mermaid colors, right? So that's what we're going to be doing today. But first, I wanted to show you what I ordered. And it came today, and we'll probably put a little bit of it in our resin as well. So let me just get it out of the package. So it's crushed crystal, but it's different colors. There's gold, purple, red, green, white, and blue. And look at how adorable these teeny weeny little spoons are that came with it. They're so cute. Let's open up. Look at this little spoon. I'm sorry, but is that not the cutest thing? It's like a little teeny miniature little spoon. I'll set them over here. They're so cute. I don't know why, but I loved the spoons. Anyway, so with our pink, I'm thinking maybe just regular white crushed crystal to go in it. And with our mermaid, I'm thinking purple. That'd be fun, just to mix a little bit in with the resin. I don't know if we'll see much of it or not because we're going to be using quite a bit of these, but I thought we would give it a try anyway. All right, I've got a home for these, so let me just put these where they go. Okay. All right, so today we will be using, I need to get some gloves on, but we're going to be using the Let's Resin brand epoxy, the 1-to-1. Part A and part B. And I'm thinking as far as how much I want to make, because you know the beads are going to take up a lot of volume, right? So I won't need a ton of resin, I don't think. So, you know, that's what I'm trying to figure out, a good guesstimate. So I'm going to figure that out, get the resin going, and I'm going to get it through the bubble remover, and then we'll come back and we'll add our beads to it. Well, I'll probably put crushed crystal in it before I put it in the bubble remover. Then we'll put our beads in it and we'll pour. So we'll be back in just a few. Okay, I got my resin out of the bubble remover. What I'm going to do is go ahead and pour. Let's see, we'll start with the pig. So I'm going to pour some in here. This is why I have a paper towel, because I knew I would be spilling all over my new mat. I got a new mat. It's actually a dog, a pet mat. It has like a lip around it. Anyway, whatever. So yeah. Let me set this aside for a moment. Let's see, for the pink, I was going to use the white. And I already opened these up. I'm not using the cute little, why does that not look mixed? That was mixed really, really well. I just sprayed some alcohol on top of it. It looks really clear in there. I'm wondering why it's like that when I poured it. That's worrisome. Maybe from the alcohol, I'm hoping, because it was real clear. I mean, I mixed it really, really good. So I'm hoping that was just from the alcohol, because I sprayed alcohol on top of it to get the surface bubbles out. I probably just sprayed or made a whole bunch of new bubbles. Oh well, let's just go with a little bit of this. I probably put too much in. Oh, my gosh. we're experimenting for sure. Okay. Ooh, that's pretty. Oh, what am I doing? I'm going to now, and I opened these up also. So we're gonna just, let me get this, I don't want to knock that over. Okay, come on, there, here we go. Just opened them. They're in like a separate little bag in here, so I had to cut that open. Okay. So we're gonna pour some in there. And let's mix this around and just kind of see where we're at. Again, this is for the pig that we're gonna fill up, like a pig planter or jar. I'm okay if it's not solid beads and you can see resin running through. I'm okay with that. I kind of like that look. But I am going to add a little bit more. I got these beads off Amazon. I will try to remember to link them. And they had a variety of colors and mixed colors and different things. So, yeah. Okay, I think that looks pretty good. What do you think? I think so. Okay. Let's do this. So let's spray the inside of our pig. I honestly have no idea if this is going to turn out. We're just going for it. Okay. I'm going to get this smush down in here, and I'm going to want to make sure I get in the ears and everything. Oh my gosh, I think this might be really cute, you guys. This crushed crystal is really pretty in here. Okay, making sure this is, I figured, a good mold because it's pretty open, you know, there's not a lot of like intricate details or anything. So I think we're good with that. All right, looks like we're going to need some more, which is fine. I've got plenty of resin. It's just hard to know how much when you're adding so much volume of something, you know, whether it's seashells or beads or whatever. Okay, perfect. All right, let me set this aside and we'll add some more resin. Let me do it this way. Let's see, we don't need a lot more. A couple ounces. Okay, get that wiped up. And add some more of our beads. Oh, oopsie, I forgot. I need to add a little bit of crushed crystal. Almost forgot. Should use my new little spoon, huh? That's good. Didn't add very much. Just a little bit because there's only a couple ounces in here. So it's kind of flying around. Get that stirred. And this looks clear. So I think it was, I think I feel better that maybe the alcohol made it look funny to me or something. I don't know. Oopsie daisy. I just don't want another experiment like we had. I think it was yesterday's video. I'm making so many videos at once, but yeah. If you saw it, you know. About my resin not being mixed properly. It was terrible. Okay. this back over here. I think we should be, hopefully we're good. Oh man, I hope so. If not, I can just add some more beads probably. Oh yeah, I think we're good. Yep, perfect. Nice. That doesn't always happen. Okay. Oopsie daisy, a little bit. Might have a little bit too much resin. It's wanting to flow over on this side. Okay. Set that aside. Oh. Okay, I'm going to carefully kind of move this over here towards the end of my tray. Okay. Now, let's take some more resin for, this is going to be much harder. The lid will be easy, but this will probably be more difficult. But let's get some resin poured in here. Okay. Let's get, this is the purple crushed crystal. So let's see what this looks like. Ooh, beautiful. I'll show it to you in just a second. Let me get it mixed. Well, I'll show it to you first. You can see the purple in there. Then we'll mix it around. Oh, that is so pretty. You can see the purple. I don't know if you can see it on camera. But yeah, okay, very pretty. All right, so now let's take our mermaid mix of beads and get these poured in here. Okay, let's get that stirred up real good. You know, I suppose you could have a cup of beads and add the resin to it, so you could do it either way. Instead of having the resin and adding the beads, if that makes any sense. That looks pretty good. I think I'll add just a little bit more. Okay. Make sure that gets mixed in really well. Okay. All right, let's get our lid poured first. We'll start with that. Which this one shouldn't be difficult at all. It's gonna be cute. Just kind of placing there, you know, laying them how I want them. That looks pretty good already. Okay. I think that looks pretty good. I might want a little bit of resin drizzled over it just to make sure all the beads are covered. And I can always do this after I get the jar poured as well. I'll double check it and make sure all the beads are fully covered. So yeah, okay. So let me slide this one over here. There, okay. And now for our jar. all the way down. Okay, this is going to be a bit of a challenge, fitting these beads in the sides, you know. So let me just start. I feel like it's going to be very messy to do, because we got to push them all down there. This is not going to be fun. I know I'm going to get my hands all sticky. I just know it. I might as well accept it right now and be okay with it. But it's gonna be cute. I'm thinking this is the right tool to use. I don't know. I'm just trying to get it to go down the sides here. I didn't pick the easiest mold. I should have picked like another jar that was just open, you know what I mean? But I wanted this kind of jar with the pretty lid. I don't know. And then I need to kind of go around and just make sure. Once I get a good amount of these beads in here, I'll have to go around and just make sure there's no like empty spots, you know, because you can see through the mold pretty well. But let me get some more in here. Maybe if I go like this, I don't know. Sorry, I'm kind of concentrating, trying to make sure we've got this going in here. This is not easy. Do you guys know of an easier way? Let me know if you know. Okay, so I'm kind of going around, just making sure I'm looking good on the sides, and it's looking pretty good, I think. Okay. We're gonna have to make up more. That's okay. We've got more resin. Okay, let me set that down. I wonder what I'm going to do about the top of, well, the top of the mold, which is the bottom of the jar. Should I just make it the resin with the crushed crystal in it? Because I don't know. Or should I make it beads? You know what I mean? Should I just fill the beads all the way up here and then make that clear, or, you know, crushed crystal resin? Something to think about. I don't know. Okay, what I do know is I need to clean my hands, and we need to mix, or not mix up more resin, but you know what I mean, add the beads in the crushed crystal system more resin. So give me a second here. Oh my gosh, it's bad. Very, very, very sticky. And if you've watched my channel long enough, you know I hate it when my gloves get sticky, which obviously I picked the wrong hobby for that. That's okay. I love this hobby. Okay, let's add some more. I don't know. I've almost used all the resin. there is some left we could do something with if we need to. Oh, I almost did it again. We need to put the crushed crystal in there. Can't forget that. I'm really loving this crushed crystal. I got it off Amazon. I'll link it also in the description box for you if you're interested. Sorry, I don't remember how much it was. But yeah, you get several different colors, you know. It's kind of cool. They're pretty. Oh my gosh, I'm getting my bag all full of resin. Making a mess. Oh, there's one on the outside. There we go. Okay. Let's get this mixed in really good with our resin. Okay, here we go. Adding more. Get on down in there. Come on. Okay, that part looks good. Let's see about over here. We're getting there. Oh, we need some over on this side. Well, it looks like we're gonna have a beaded bottom because I've got all this mixed up. So we'll just do that. And again, I'm gonna have to make sure all the beads are completely covered. So we will do that. What am I gonna do with this? Oh gosh, what am I gonna do with that? I'm thinking what I can do with that. I want kind of a wider, I know what I'm gonna do. I got an idea. All right, let me set this aside and let's do, this is pretty open. So the only thing is I know it's decorative, so I guess we'll see what it looks like with beads. It may not look good at all. I don't know, but we will find out. It might be a really cute turtle. Get in there, get in the feet. Get up there in the head and in the tail. Okay, there's that. All right, now what I think I need to do is, you know, I could fit probably these on top of the, I don't know if you can see me doing this. There's just a few beads left. I think I can fit them. I'm trying on top of the jar mold. Let's see if we can. Maybe not. We can fit some of them. Don't know that I can get all of them. Let me see. Let me try shoving them in there. Come on. Nope, I can't get them all. So let me take a few out. I tried. I got some of them. That one can fit. Okay, there's that. What I want to do is I think I want to take the purple crushed crystal and add it to this little bit of resin and just kind of top up everything over here just to make sure the beads are all covered. Okay. So, oh my gosh, what a mess. I'm going to add a little bit of this purple. Into what's left over right here. Kind of get that mixed up. Okay. And we're just gonna kind of scoop some out, and where I feel like the beads need to be covered up, that's where we're going with it. I gotta get this out of the way. Just kind of pouring over it just to make sure. There's one. Okay, and then same with the jar here. I just want to make sure everything is covered well. Oh yeah, that looks good. That looks really good. Happy. Ooh, spilling onto my mold. And then even with my turtle, if I can fit any in there. It's a very, very domed turtle, but I do want those beads covered up, like that one. And in the head. Okay. This tail. There we go. There we go. That looks good. And I know I really don't have any room. I don't know what to do about the pig. They're not all fully covered. I mean, they have resin on them. They're just not covered. But I don't think I can really, I know it's purple, but I think it'll be okay with pink. I'm trying to add some, but I don't want it to overflow. I think that might be as good as I can get on that one. I'm just kind of individually going over beads with a little drop of resin just to make sure it's covered. I don't know, you guys. I've never really done this, so yeah. But we used all the resin. I made 11 ounces, so there are some scrapings. I don't have a drip mold. I need to get a new drip mold. I haven't picked one out yet, but I will do that and at least scrape out the crushed crystal stuff. So we're gonna let this cure up now, and we'll go from there. All right, we'll see you in a bit. Okay, we are back for demold. By the way, I got a new tripod thing, and I'm hoping it's better, that it's more straight up and down so that things work out better. So I know there's been some viewers that have had issues just because my angles were off. So I'm really hoping this is better. So you'll have to let me know. I just put it up. So the first part of the video didn't have it. So now the second part does. So I guess we can kind of compare. Okay, I knew, so look there's the bottom of the turtle. I knew that this would be interesting to say the least, just because it's like crystallized. So you can't really see the beads very well, but it's still cute. It's still cute. It is. So anyways, there's our turtle. Yeah, you probably don't want to put beads in a mold like that. Okay, let's open up our jar. So let's start with the lid. Ooh, I can see the crushed crystal. Remember the purple crushed crystal? I can see that in there. And this is actually the top of the lid. So that's pretty. There's a couple little bubbles, but it's pretty. All right, let's see what the actual jar looks like. Oopsie, I got some A little bit of over pour going on here. Should have probably cleaned that first. I got so excited about my tripod, my new tripod. And then my old one, oh my gosh, I got resin, dried resin all over the place. My old one, I'm hoping, now it may not happen real soon because I got to get some things reorganized, but I might be able to use it on my finishing table. And that way I could show you, you know, maybe sometimes show you like how I do some of the finishing work. I don't know if you're interested in seeing me do some of my finishing work, just let me know. But I can always, you know, I could always like fast forward and show you what I'm doing. I don't know. It's a thought. But now I can use that one for that purpose. Ooh. Oh, no. Hey, we live and learn. I have a whole spot right here that's missing some beads. I thought I really checked that. Do you see that? Oh, well. It could have used another like row. Oh, well. That's okay. It's still pretty. You know, hindsight is a wonderful thing. I almost feel like I should not have put any crushed crystal in here. Oh, and I have a bead that's sticking way out. Oh, wow, Mary Beth. Yeah, it's going to make it a little unlevel. So I'm going to have to use my sander and sand that bead down. But I almost wish I would have just used clear, to be honest with you. But we learn as we do things, right? Yeah. Because it's given it a cloudier type effect. I mean, I can see in real life the purple, but I think if it were just crystal clear, I think the beads would have shined more. It would have looked a little better. So there's that, and I have a bead sticking out here, and I'm missing some some beads on the top here. So, I mean, the jar is full. It's just I don't have the beads in there, but that's okay. That's okay. It's still kind of cute. All right, so there's that. Am I impressed? Not really, not yet. Let's see if the pig turned out any better. Now we used the white crushed crystal in the pig, except for on the bottom. I think we used a little bit of the purple, but let's see how he turned out. I do have a little bit of over pour, not too bad. Oh, I didn't get it far enough down. So, as you can see, this top portion of the pig is just the white crushed crystal. And again, I think it would have looked a lot better with clear. Oh, look at his cute little tail. But he's cute, and he doesn't, oh, he does have a big bubble down there. I might be able to take some UV resin to that and just kind of cover that up. Yeah. Okay. Well, not my best work, but I've learned a lot. And I think that's what's important. And I think sooner rather than later, I should redo these and use clear and do a better job with getting the beads. I don't know how. Let me look at this mold. So let's see. There's his face. So like right down up in this part, I didn't get the beads in right there very well. So that was my fault. I guess I should have really made sure and shoved them down better. But he's still cute, and we'll still decorate him up, or her, probably her. It's a pink pig. She's cute. So we'll work on that. All right, let me do some finishing work, and then we'll be back for the final reveal. Okay, we are back for the final reveal. So for our little extra turtle, remember where we used these colored beads? I just put some pink rhinestones on her. She's so cute. Again, with this type of mold, you know, the beads aren't going to show up that great. A lot of lessons learned in this video. Anyway, this is our cute little, I think, yeah, pig jar where you could put makeup brushes or pens, pencils, whatever in it. You could put a plant in there too, I assume, if you could always drill a hole or something. But it's pretty deep, so I think it would be good for pens and pencils, things like that. But I just painted up her face and her little paws and her little bow and put some green. I went with green rhinestones around the top. And then for our jar, I had this flower. I've mentioned before I like to save them to use as jar toppers. So I think that turned out cute. And I just matched the rhinestones that were on the flower around the edge. And of course, I had to sand down pretty good. You can see some of the beads. I had to sand down so that it's even and it doesn't, wobble. So yeah, it's a cute jar. So yeah, but I think they turned out cute. Let me know what you think. Thank you so much for your time. I appreciate you spending time with me today. Don't forget to give me a thumbs up. And if you're not subscribed, I'd love to have you join my little YouTube family. I will link the I will link the molds in the description box in case you're interested in purchasing one of the molds. And yeah, I hope you guys have a great day. Thanks so much. Bye-bye.